results. And it's been really bumming me out lately, and I don't know what to do about it.
Okay. So, what kind of job do you have?
I work in retail. I'm a store detective, so I have to constantly bring in, make apprehensions, and I have a quota to reach of like a ridiculous amount of people that I need to stop, and I'm not getting there, and my boss is really on my butt about it.
Mhm. Now, does your boss know that you go to school?
And he knows I go to school.
Okay. And you go to school full time and work full time, or what is your schedule like?
I do full-time both.
Okay. And now, does he realize that you don't just have things to get done with work, but you also have things that need to be done for school too? Like, have you tried to talk to him before, or?
I haven't really brought it to his attention just because I'm kind of scared to.
Mhm.
I feel like the conversation wouldn't go well.
Right.
It kind of just brush it off.
So is he like a kind of intimidating person, or does he have a boss above him or a boss under him?
Yeah.
Like, where do you rank in relation to him?
Well, obviously I'm above him.
Right.
But yeah, he has a boss above me. He's a district manager. But he has a regional manager, and then the regional manager has vice president, and so on and so forth. And he is very intimidating as part of the problem. That's why I want to go up to him and talk to him.
Right. Now, do you think that even if you don't talk to him, like, is there somebody else at work you could talk to? Like, is there anyone else that does the same thing that you do that has the same problem with him, or is it just you that he relies on?
There is one other person I work with. He's there on days I'm not there,
Okay.
so it's hard to get in communication with him.
Right. So what I would say is that maybe you could talk to your boss. You could say, hey, like, I know I have to work full time. I know I need the money, and I know you need me to get these reports done, but I'm also a student. I go to school full time too. I need to get my schoolwork done, you know. I want to have a career with school. Maybe how many hours do you work for him?
Whatever.
Okay. And do you think, like, possibly he could hire anybody new to help relieve the stress off of you, or is that not an option?
Well, he already did, because I was the only person there.
Okay.
But then he did hire the other
The other guy.
supervisor,
Okay.
and he's there the days I'm not there.
Now, with this job, do you have any time to do schoolwork, or is there any downtime that you have, or is it just work, go to school, go home,
I
basic
mean,
routine?
I do have a little downtime where I like to go out, socialize, go hang out with my friends, go play pool. I'm on the pool team,
Okay.
so that takes a lot of my time too.
Right. How many hours would you say, like, a week you spend socializing with your friends? Like, do you think that's something you could cut back on? That way you have more time for school and work, and
I guess I could cut back on some hours. I do spend like I don't know, 5, 6 hours out of my week socializing. But that's kind of like my way of de-stressing.
right,
So,
you're trying to relax. So what I would say is, do your work, the reports that you have to do at work, are there something you have to bring home? Or can you do it and get it done at work all day, or you need to bring it home with you?
most of the time I can get it done at work.
Okay. So, do you have time to do your schoolwork? You said you do, right?
Yeah,
So you're not struggling with your classes at all, or?
I am a little bit. I mean, I did fail one class last semester, and my grades have been kind of dropping for a couple of classes this semester.
Right. And do you have any other, like, support at home, any family? Do you live on your own, or is it something where you can cut back on your hours at work, or you have to work those 40 hours a week?
Because of full time, I have to work for the full 40 hours a week. And I do live with my family, so I do have other responsibilities at my house.
Right. So my suggestion would be, I did the same thing, something similar to you with working full time, going to school full time. So I understand where you're coming from. My suggestion would be, when I was working the 40 hours a week, I'd talk to my boss and say, listen, you know, I do go to school full time. I am a student, and I did decide to put school first. And he was also intimidating. My boss, older than me, you know, kind of looked up to him as something I would like to be in the future. But I did talk to him. You know, I need to get my hours cut back a little bit. It's affecting my grades. It was affecting my grades. And after I did that, I did see my GPA rise quite a bit. So I know your boss is intimidating, but maybe if you sit down with him and have a conversation and just don't be confrontational, you know, just talk to him on a personal level. Does he have any kids or anything that go to school like you, or?
I don't know,
No.
to be honest. I've never really talked to him about it
Right.
outside of like,
So you guys don't have like a close relationship.
not really.
Right. And there's no one else that you could talk to at work? I know you said the other guy's not there. Maybe you could text him and try to talk to him about it, try to see what he does to get his reports done. Maybe he has some strategy that makes it less stressing on him, you know?
I guess I could call him one day and talk to him about it.
Right.
I think it'll really help.
I think so. I know that when I was having the problem with my hours at work, I did something similar. Like I said, my boss was also intimidating. So I did get in contact with a girl who wasn't there when I was there. You know, we were vice versa schedules. And I did talk to her. She did give me some strategies that she used for school and work and socializing, even though you only take 5 to 6 hours a week. You know, you do need your downtime, but maybe when you get home from socializing, even though it might be late, you know, just push yourself to do that extra work. I know it's hard, but
Okay, I could try that. And how do you think I should approach my boss about this?
I definitely, so when it's just you and him, are there other workers in the store that are lower than you, or?
Yeah, there's other workers there.
I definitely would pull him to the side. I wouldn't want to confront him in front of the other people who work there, because it might be, you know, bringing him down a little bit. You know, bosses don't like that confrontation in front of the other people that they're in charge of. You know, they like the power part. So I would bring him to the side. Maybe even if, do you guys get a lunch break together, or?
Sometimes we do.